welcome into my little project I'm working on. I'm running a fantasy scenario on TEW2020 where we ask one weird question. What happens if Owen Hart left the WWF after the Montreal Screwjob? I just want to give a quick little rundown of what this would be entailing. So Montreal Screwjob, if you're a wrestling fan, you know what happened there. Brief synopsis: Bret Hart leaves WWF to go to WCW, gets screwed out of the world title from Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels. I believe what happened in real life was Bret, Davey Boy, the British Bulldog, and Neidhart, I do believe, were all set to leave. Owen Hart decided, I'm just going to work with my family. This is Bret's business. He's staying with the WWF. There's a legendary story after the Montreal Screwjob, which I believe is covered in... Oh, shit. What the hell is that movie? I'll remember that later. Where Vince goes to Bret's locker room after everything. Bret says, I'm going to take a shower. If you're still here, I'm going to knock you the fuck out. What happened in reality at this point is Vince sticks around. Bret hits Vince with an uppercut, knocks him out cold. You see what happens after that in the documentary that entailed during the Montreal Screwjob. In my scenario, things play out a little bit differently. In my little headcanon I'm forming here. Bret isn't the one who throws the punch. Owen does. Owen makes what is an uncharacteristic decision for him and decides that he's quitting. He leaves the WWF. He's the one who throws the punch at Vince, knocks him down, and says, essentially, fuck you, I quit. So this is what happens after that. So if you know anything about TEW, this is a booking simulator, essentially. Shout out, by the way, to TEWDB.com for the mod that I'm using for this game. The mod that I have starts January 1st, 1998. So, I think, what am I? Oh, never mind. Well, Owen has a no-compete clause, is what we'll say happens. As it stands right now, I'm not booking anything. I'm not interfering in the simulation in any way whatsoever. I will remain unemployed the whole time. What I want to do is kind of keep track on what happens between mainly WWF, WCW, Owen, Bret, if there's any weird changes that happen because of everything and how the sim kind of plays it out. I have mail here. So I skipped the first day to get out of the way of the starting new segments. Like in this game, it's always shows you like who's the most popular, who's the most like over, same thing, like who has the biggest contract, who yada yada yada. Skip past that. We're past the first day. I have mail here. WCW and All Japan have made contract offers to Owen Hart. Is how this starts out. All right. So, let's take a look actually at the two big companies right now. WWF were the worldwide leaders in sports entertainment until becoming second to WCW. Led by the genius promoter Vince McMahon, the once mighty company has been in trouble of late, losing a major star power battle with their rivals. Excuse me. Roster pretty freaking stacked. Michaels, Undertaker, Steve Austin, Kane, Mankind, Triple H, Vince, Ken Shamrock, Vader, The Rock, 98. Rock's really getting into the IC title picture at this point. Jeff Jarrett, Legion Doom still around. I want to say 98 still has. Oh, we can look at who's the champions at this point. So January 98, Shawn Michaels is the WWF champion. I believe they're still using Winged Eagle. I don't believe this picture is accurate. WWF Tag Team Champions are the New Age Outlaws. Light Heavyweight Championship is currently vacant. Current King of the Ring is Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Intercontinental Champion is The Rock. Yep, okay. And then the European Champion is Triple H. So this is like DX is really starting to take off. Of course, Mania 14 in real life would be 98. That's where the coronation of Steve Austin. But we'll see how it plays out in this sim. WCW, Sting, Hollywood Hogan. The NWO is running rampant at this point. Hollywood Hogan's a figurehead. We've got all these major stars here. We'll look at their champions. We'll start with the World Heavyweight Champion, of course, Hollywood Hogan. Like I said, NWO. I don't know. I don't think it's going to keep track of title defenses up until this point. Tag team champions are the Steiner brothers. Television champion is Saturn. U.S. champion is Kurt Hennig. Cruiserweight champion is Eddie Guerrero. And the winner of World War III last was Scott Hall. Trying to remember. I know WWF lore more than I know WCW lore. I think I don't remember what happens with them. Anyways, no big deal. Other companies we're gonna have to watch out for in this mod are going to be ECW, obviously. I doubt they'll put in an offer for Owen, but we can still see what's going on here. World Heavyweight Champion is Shane Douglas. TV champions are the FBI, Tracy Smothers and Little Guido, and TV champion is Taz. All right. And then All Japan, as we saw, has made an offer. Are we still in the four pillars? Misawa, Kobashi, Kawada, Taue, Hansen, Williams. Oh, yeah. All Japan Asia Tag Team Champions are Jun Akiyama and Takawa Mori. Junior Heavyweight Champion is vacant. Okay. Triple Crown Champions Misawa. And the Unified Tag Team Champions are Kobashi and Johnny Ace. Okay. All right. And then, just in case anybody's wondering, here's what New Japan's looking like. I don't think we've hit Inokiism yet. I think that usually starts around 2000. IWGP Heavyweight Champion is currently Kensuke Sasaki. Oh, okay. Junior Champ is Shinjiro Otani. Junior Heavyweight Tag Champs are vacant. Heavyweight Tag Champs, Jesus. Okay, that's a hell of a team. NWO Japan, I believe, at this point. Muto and Chono. G1 Climax last winner was Sasaki. Climax Tag League. Were Chono and Muto. Okay. And then if any other major promotions kind of start building up ahead of steam, I guess we can look at what's going on in Mexico. AAA. Rey de Reyes hasn't happened yet. Paraguayo is current AAA heavyweight champion. Middleweight champion's vacant. I was going to say. And then CMLL champions, we have CMLL heavyweight champion is Steel. Light heavyweight champion is Dr. Wagner Jr. Middleweight champion is Satanico. Tag team champions are Dr. Wagner Jr. and Emilio Charles Jr. I don't know much about Lucha Libre, so I'm not going to pretend to throw out any knowledge there. Other than that, like, we got a bunch of smaller promotions, like our Michinoku Pro is going to probably be something we'll keep an eye on as well. All right. So nothing, we can read the Raw report. We'll read the reports for the first Raw and Nitro after the mod starts. First Raw has Savio Vega defeating Flash Funk, Too Cold Scorpio, by DQ. And then pre-show also has Chains defeating D'Lo Brown. Oh, the DOA is a thing right now. Hell yeah. Show starts with Kama Mustafa beating Taka Michinoku by DQ. Undertaker has an interview. Ahmed Johnson has a segment, as does Kane. And then we have a brawl between Steve Blackman and the Legion of Doom versus Goldust and the New Age Outlaws. Have Mark Merrow beating Bart Gunn. Ahmed Johnson beats Brian Christopher. Steve Austin defeats Miguel Perez Jr. Goldust and the New Age Outlaws beat Steve Blackman and the Legion of Doom. There's a lot of fuck finishes on this show. Ken Shamrock and Vader defeated the Nation of Domination of the Rock and Farouk. Rock and Farouk are then attacked by Shamrock and Vader, I'm assuming after the match. And in the main event, getting a 99 overall rating on the first show. Shawn Michaels defeats The Undertaker, Kane, and Jeff Jarrett to retain the World Heavyweight title. It got a 4.5 TV rating. Okay. Show rating got a 93. All right. We'll check out Nitro. Nitro did... Wow, they both ran in Idaho. Jesus. Okay. Lower rating. So WWF put over a better show, but holy mother of God, did they get way more viewers. 8.5 rating. Wow, that is. I don't even think they ever hit 8.5 in reality. Wow, and they had a bigger attendance. All right, so pre-show, Ray Traylor defeats Scotty Riggs. Show starts with a confrontation between the Outsiders and Sting and DDP. First match of Nitro is Chris Benoit and Goldberg defeat Alex Wright and Mortis. Okay. We have a few interviews with Randy Savage, Eddie Guerrero, and Bret Hart. Then we have Lex Luger defeating Lenny Lane. Nice. Steiner's cut a promo. Then Raven does. Then we have Eddie Guerrero defeats Chris Jericho and Dean Malenko to retain the Cruiserweight title. Then we have Hogan cuts a promo. Booker T does stuff backstage. Disco Inferno and Harlem Heat beat the NWO of Conan and Vicious and Delicious. God damn it, I can't remember who that is off the top of my head. Go me. Saturn defeats Roddy Piper to retain the TV title. Wow. Steiner Brothers defeat the Faces of Fear to retain the tag titles, which Faces of Fear 98, that would be, I want to say Avalanche, and I'm probably wrong. And then the main event, Sting and DDP defeat the Outsiders by countout. So WWF had the better rated show overall with the much higher rated best match. But wow, WCW got double the TV rating and slightly higher attendance, but WWF puts on the better show. Shotgun Saturday Night was also ran. We might as well. Show hasn't aired yet. Pre-show, Savio Vega defeats Chains. Flash Funk and main show starts with Flash Funk and Taka Michinoku defeating the Truth Commission. Vader and Farouk cut promos in separate segments. Mark Merrow defeats Scott Taylor by DQ. The Sultan defeats Bob Holly by DQ. And then Brian Christopher and the Godwins defeat Bart Gunn and the New Blackjacks. All right. Kind of a piss poor show there. But what do you expect? Shotgun Saturday Night. Lex Luger apparently turns heel. And then I'm not going to worry about those. All Japan is looking to fill the roster. We'll go to the next day here. La Fiera. So in this game you have a function called a shortlist where it kind of will give you news on certain people you want to. So we have mail here. Okay. We've got New Japan is kind of looking like they're gonna go on their own here. All right. New Japan have made an offer. And then these are the same. So we have All Japan, New Japan, and WCW have all made contract offers to Owen Hart. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. War and New Japan appear to be kind of splitting up there. Okay. And it looks like New Japan and Wrestle and Romance are not becoming good friends anymore. Azteca, I want to say, is a Mexican TV station. So, yeah. Nothing really to report for day 2. A lot of this recording will probably just be like figuring out what goes where, and we'll throw in some new things here and there. But I'm just curious to see what happens. Billy Gunn joins Los Boricuas. That's a statement I wanted to see. Who else did? Oh, the New Age Outlaws have left to Generation X and have joined the stable of Puerto Rican Pride. Got it. Chains gets kicked out, but Jeff Jarrett joins the Disciples of Apocalypse. DX new leader is Shawn Michaels. Okay, yeah, makes sense. The Dudleys have kicked out Spike, and Big Dick Dudley are no longer family, I guess. They've disowned those two. And Brandy Alexander, I don't know who that is. We're going to go on next day. All right. I'm hoping to get through a couple months tonight. We'll just try that. Dutch Mantel. NWO Typhoon. I want to say that's what we always refer to as NWA Japan. Or the original NWA. Teddy Hart. Okay. So Chono and Muto have kind of taken over NWO Japan. All right, makes sense. Robert Gibson signs with the WWF. All right. We have male booking positions. I'm not worried about either of those. In fact, I am going to... Okay, I'm not going to worry about any of that. I'm not scrolling through 9 pages of that crap right now. Abismo Negro takes the world middleweight title in AAA. Silver King joins CMLL. AAA hires Francine. Okay. Teddy Hart and the future Molly Holly signed with BCW, which I believe was actually a... Oops. I believe is a developmental for WWF, or at least became one. I don't know if they are at this point in time. All right. Hashimoto turns heel in New Japan, which kind of sounds odd. I wouldn't have done that. Ricky Steamboat, oh, he's well past his prime. Warrior joins WCW. So that... well, that obviously happened. And then the Renegade joins the WWF. All right, we just decided let's take the real and the fake Warrior and just flip them around. Also, One Man Gang has rejoined the WWF. I don't see anything else on here. Scott Putski agrees to deal with WWF. So does Tiger Ali Singh, who I believe actually did work WWF around this time. No, don't need to know about that. Okay, next day. And I'm also kind of curious how Shotgun Saturday Nights... Or no, we'll know next time. How Shotgun Saturday Night... No. All Japan TV. WCW gets Owen Hart. Owen is joining his family in WCW. All right. Randy Savage takes control of the NWO. And so does Scott Hall. Randy Savage versus Hollywood Hogan is going to happen soon. Then we'll see Kevin Nash versus Sting apparently planned. And then DDP versus Scott Hall. The Blue Bloods. Who the hell? All right. Shotgun Saturday. Sid Vicious has also signed with WCW. Okay, so we don't get the really cool entrance of him. I want to say that was Survivor Series. Oh no, Survivor Series 96 in Madison Square Garden. 98 is not Gang War, Deadly Game. Brian Knobbs and Samu have joined the WWF. As does Paul Diamond and Super Kahlo. Sean Stasiak also comes to the WWF. Alright. OEW gets Shark Boy. Hell yeah, Shark Boy. Hell yeah. Owen Hart has been hired by WCW on an exclusive written contract. So Owen follows his brothers or his brother and brother-in-laws to WCW. We're going to go ahead and just double check something here real quick. Owen Hart, WCW. Not injured, so he should start working soon. Okay, cool. So now we know Owen joins WCW. All right. We will... I think we'll just fill this out. Gotta figure out when pay-per-views happen here soon. Okay, WWF wants to hire more people. Carl Ouellette joins WWF. Don't really see anything else of note here. WCW is going to try and hire more people, as will the WWF. Jerry Jarrett joins Omega, which is the Hardys, quote-unquote, backstage fed. Okay. Or backstage backyard fed. Wow, go me. Okay. Monday Night Raw. Oh, okay, so Week 2 of the Monday Night Wars in 1998. We will see what happens here. All right. Oh, we have a 5-star match. Shawn Michaels defeated Steve Austin in what they're calling a 5-star match. Let's see how Raw goes. Second Raw is held at the Mandalay Bay Event Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. It gets a 4.4 TV rating. Show starts with Akeem, the African Dream is apparently coming back. Beats Flash Funk, and then the Godwins beat the New Blackjacks. Show opens with Shawn Michaels holding an interview. Undertaker defeats Miguel Perez Jr. Then we get Vader cutting a promo backstage, and then we have a brawl between the Nation of Domination and Bart Gunn and the Legion of Doom. All right, that's okay. Then we get a backstage segment with Billy Gunn, who for some reason isn't helping his friend fight the Nation of Domination. And then Ahmed Johnson cuts a promo, and then he defeats Brian Knobbs. All right. Mankind cuts a promo. Then we get Jeff Jarrett beating Steve Blackman by DQ. The Nation of Domination defeats Bart Gunn and the Legion of Doom. Undertaker and Ken Shamrock cut promos in separate segments. Kane and Goldust defeat the Headbangers. Mankind defeats Martin Barrow, and in a 5-star match, Shawn Michaels defeats Steve Austin to retain the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Let's see what Nitro's doing. Nitro once again doubles the rating of Raw, but gets a lower overall show rating. But I believe they had the higher attendance also. Yes, they beat him by much higher this time of 4,000. Pre-show is Mortis and Juventud Guerrera beat Disco Inferno and Ray Traylor. All right. Show opens with Sting and Nash getting into a brawl backstage. Then Hollywood Hogan and Randy Savage shout at each other. Randy Savage then goes out and just, in a pure fit of anger, beats Evan Courageous. Arn Anderson, Sid Vicious, and Bret Hart all cut interviews backstage. The Giant defeats Luis Piccoli. Then Eric Bischoff has a backstage segment. Sid Vicious debuts on WCW by beating Dean Malenko by disqualification. Warrior debuts by not doing the legendary mirror angle, but beating Buff Bagwell, and Goldberg's undefeated streak is gone. Eddie Guerrero and the Steiner Brothers defeat Chris Benoit and Harlan Heat by DQ. Roddy Piper defeats Raven in a very good match. And in the main event, Sting and DDP beat the Outsiders. All right. So, let's see. WWF hire Kamala. They also hire Stevie Knight and Al Green. Okay. Chazza got hurt. Damaged his neck. Oops. Justice Payne goes to ECW. I can't shortlist an entire company again. I don't want to do that. Oh, John Tenta's going back to WWF. All right. Earthquake coming back. All right. Nitro draws better. Fantastic reviews. Same thing. All right. Let's just skip ahead. Let's go. We'll just go a week. We'll advance to next week. Owen didn't debut, by the way. Owen Hart was not on Nitro. I think Nitro is the only show WCW is running at this point also. Don't know him. NWA. Oh, Hammerlock in the UK. That's why. I did not start paying attention to any form of British wrestling until Progress. Longtime partner of Toyota. Wow. It's a hell of a partner to have there. I really should have watched more All Japan Women's. Kimberly Page, the wife of DDP, is currently working as his valet. I think they're past the rating system thing that they were doing there. I don't know. That was kind of weird. Okay. Oh, ECW. We just saw ECW ran. I'm gonna stop this actually. Hey, look at this. God, I love it. I saw ECW ran a TV and hardcore. Oh shit. Guilty as charged. Apparently the Sandman has beat Shane Douglas to become the ECW World Heavyweight Champion. Okay, so we'll go over ECW Hardcore TV first. Pre-show, Draws defeats the Blue Meanie. Show starts with an interview with Sabu and Max Payne. Wasn't that DDP's valet? Doug Furnas and Phil LaFawn defeat the Gangstonators. Paul Heyman cuts a promo, and then I'm assuming Bigelow does as well. FBI defeat the Hardcore Chair Swinging Freaks to retain the ECW Tag Team titles. Just Incredible, Taz and Rob Van Dam defeat Mikey Whipwreck, Danny Doring, and Amish Roadkill. In the main event is Sabu and Max Payne defeating the Dudley Boys in a tables match. All right, guilty as charged. 300 people sell out in the South Jersey Sports Academy. Pre-show starts with the Blue Meanie and Madman Pondo defeating JT Smith and Baldo. Brackus defeats H.C. Loke. Spike Dudley beats Glenn Osborne, and Chris Chetty defeats Jason Knight. And the pre-show main is Doug Furnas and Phil LaFawn defeating Danny Doring and the Amish Roadkill. Opener of the show is Jerry Lynn defeating Darren Drozdov. Max Payne, Sabu, and RVD cut a promo, and then Dreamer does in a separate segment. The Dudley Boys defeat Chris Candido and Lance Storm, and also the team with Just Incredible and Jack Victory. Taz cuts a promo. FBI defeat the Gangstonators to retain the tag belts. Bam Bam cuts a backstage segment. And Max Payne, Sabu, and RVD defeat Big Dick Dudley and the Hardcore Chair Swinging Freaks. Shane Douglas cuts a promo. Tommy Dreamer beats Al Snow. Taz beats Mikey Whipwreck to retain the ECW television title. Bam Bam Bigelow beats Tommy Rich. And in the main event, the Sandman beats Shane Douglas for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. It got 25,000 buys. And for some reason, Bob Backlund joined AAA. Cool. Shotgun Saturday Night, and so did WCW Saturday Night. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about the B shows. Well, I do want to see this one to see if Owen debuted. Because Macho Man Randy Savage made his first appearance on WCW on Saturday Night. I won't know because... Nope. No, we have no here. But for some reason, in the middle of the Saturday Night show, Scott Norton defeats Prince IK in a cage match. Cool. The main event of this show, for some reason, is Dan Severn and Alex Wright defeats Mongo and Dean Malenko. Rad. Apparently, Shane Douglas and the Sandman have been hired by WCW. So have Al Snow and Marty Jannetty, ECW and WCW. Oh. Apparently, ECW and WCW are cool with each other. As WCW just took two of ECW's top guys. All right. Wow. I missed some shit. Okay. Okay. So we will go advance 2 days. Get us to the next Tuesday. Did I just see New Japan at Tokyo Dome? Okay. Raw, Nitro Run. Sherry. Catchphrase for Triple H. Okay, cool. That's when he debuts the game. I will just say, what the fuck is that? Okay. Last night's WCW Nitro took place in the Greensboro Coliseum. They are back in Flair country. Drew 18,000 fans. It's been awesome, getting fantastic reviews. And Bret Hart was said to be the star of the show while we checked the Raw report. 10,000 fans in they're in South Carolina. MVP of the show is Mankind. Okay. Got a bunch of riffs here. Renegade got hurt, and WCW hired Norman Smiley. Let's check the Raw report. Pre-show, Bart Gunn defeats the Renegade. And D'Lo Brown beats Flash Funk. The show opens with Brian Christopher defeating Taka Michinoku by countout. in a match that had been for the world. Oh my god, that was to crown the champion, and they went with a count out. Then we got a bunch of promo segments in a row. Billy Gunn, Triple H, Vince, Austin, Farouk, and then Farouk defeats Aguila. Steve Blackman and the Headbangers defeat Mark Merrow and the Goodwins. 3 more promos from Road Dogg, Ken Shamrock, and Vader. Mankind defeats Miguel Perez Jr. Then we have the LOD defeating Kamala and Hercules Hernandez. Whoa. That's a match that should have happened 10 years before. New Age Outlaws defeat Kane and Brian Knobbs to retain the WWF World Tag Team titles. And in the main event, Shawn Michaels and Golga, isn't he in the Oddities? Defeated Ken Shamrock and Vader by countout. That show sounds like it sucks. Let's check the Nitro report. Pre-show. Bob. Hello. Bob is saying hello. Conan defeats Rick Martel, and then Scott Norton beats Dean Malenko. Show starts with Sting laying out Kevin Nash. So we have a video package covering the rivalry between Savage and Hogan. Then we have the Giant defeating Sick Boy by disqualification. Nice. What the fuck is Sick Boy doing to try to take down the Giant? Okay. Sid Vicious, Arn Anderson, and Eric Bischoff all have backstage segments. DDP then defeats Lodi. Buff Bagwell and the Steiner Brothers defeat Goldberg and Harlem Heat. Wow, Goldberg is getting dumped on at this point. Roddy Piper defeats Raven by DQ. Lex Luger beats Chris Benoit. Bret Hart defeats the Warrior in a cage match that gets a 98. And then it ends with Sting and Hollywood Hogan defeating the NWO of Kevin Nash and Randy Savage. Wow, and they 98 and 97 respectively. Yeah, this Nitro beat the shit out of Raw. Raw was a bunch of promos, and WCW was like, nah, we're back in Flair country. We're putting out the good stuff. All right. Still no Owen yet, though. I just want to check a couple things here real quickly. Can I check schedules for other companies? I should be able to. WWF. Apparently I can't. 12 active events. So, next one would be the Royal Rumble, which apparently I missed. Okay, I missed the Royal Rumble. We'll see what happened. The Royal Rumble did not take place. Steve Austin, The Undertaker defeated Kane, and Jerry Lawler was the main event. Wow. The Rock defeated Ahmed Johnson and Vader to retain the Intercontinental title. The Royal Rumble didn't even happen. Best match on the show. Wow. Or did it? No, it didn't. We know the Royal Rumble didn't happen. But Austin and The Undertaker defeated Kane, and Jerry Lawler gets a 96 rating. Okay. No Way Out is week 2. Then Mania will be week 4. We'll check WCW. Have they had WCW? Oh, Sold Out. So that last show was the go home for Sold Out. Okay. So we will simulate then to this Sunday. We'll go from there. Hopefully Owen makes his debut. Hopefully. Who knows? We'll find out. All right. Hey, Prince Nana's around in 98? Hell yeah. Da Embassy. Oh, hell yeah. Kendall Williams. Never was going to be as good as Barry, sadly. Oh, I'm thirsty. Owner. I was going to say, who the fuck is this nerd? Okay. All right. So, Sunday. I should have just simulated a Monday. Oh, well. Hey, Masato Tanaka. He would be heading to ECW. I don't think he's there in 98. I want to say, no. I don't. Whoa. All Japan and All Japan Women have tension. Is All Japan Women still around? Oh, shit. I should check that out. Here, we'll check out All Japan TV. What the hell, why not? All Japan TV main events with Kawada and Kobashi defeating Taue and Takayama. That match sounds awesome. Akiyama beats Albright. Williams beats Asako. Stan Hansen defeats Rex King. And then a couple of... Johnny Ace re-signs with All Japan. Cool. Hardcore TV report. Bam Bam was apparently the star. Beats Tommy Dream. Bam Bam and Tommy Dreamer beat Taz and Sabu. Okay. So ECW doesn't have a champion at this point then. Because Sandman beat Douglas and then they both went to WCW. So their world championship. Oh, nope. Sandman is still technically there. He has one defender. Or no. Last time his defender was weak. Okay. Alright. When's ECW's next show? CyberSlam week 3 of February. Got it. Okay. Alright. Tomorrow we should have the first WCW pay-per-view. It's WCW versus NWO. WCW. NWO sold out, which the one time they ran NWO sold out was absolutely garbage. Alright. WCW and New Japan are kind of splitting themselves up, apparently. Cool. All right. So WCW said, hey, WWF, you're going to run a 50,000 seat show? Hey, guess what? So are we. They ran it in Charlottesville, Virginia. Drew 50,000 fans. Oh, no, wait. Azteca is a... Oh, they're a current promotion. Okay. Okay. WCW NWO sold out. Let's see what happens. Ooh, we got a doozy here. Pre-show has Hugh Morris defeating Fit Finlay. Marty Jannetty beats Barry Darsow by DQ. And then Wrath defeats the Ultimo Dragon. Show opens with Hall and DDP having a backstage brawl. First match of the night is Raymond, Kidman, and Hammer, like Van Hammer, defeating Jim Duggan, Glacier, and Ernest Miller. Nice. Bischoff cuts a promo backstage. Goldberg defeats Dan Severn. We get a hype package for Eddie Guerrero and Chris Jericho, and then those two absolutely tear the house down with Eddie Guerrero beating Chris Jericho to retain the Cruiserweight title. Then we have a 4-way video hype between Saturn, Benoit, Conan, and Sid Vicious. And then Arn Anderson has a backstage segment. Saturn defends the WCW television title against Benoit, Conan, and Sid Vicious. Steiner Brothers vs. Harlem Heat has a video package, and then Bret Hart cuts a promo. The Steiners beat Harlem Heat to retain the tag belts. Then we have Outsiders beating Warrior and Roddy Piper. Warrior then cuts a backstage segment. Owen Hart makes his debut in a U.S. title match against Kurt Hennig, where Kurt Hennig beats Owen by DQ. Lex Luger defeats the Giant in a dog collar match, and then in a 98 rated match, Bret Hart beats DDP. And in the main event, Hollywood Hogan defeats Ric Flair, Randy Savage, and Sting in a cage match to retain the WCW World's Heavyweight Championship. All right. Only gets a pay-per-view buy rate of 1.3. I believe the Royal Rumble had a higher buy rate of pay-per-views. Let me double check. Oh, will it tell me? 3.3, yeah. So more people are... WCW is getting twice as many people watching Nitro, but about twice as many people are ordering WWF pay-per-views compared to WCW pay-per-views. We'll double check. WWF No Way Out is week 2 of February. We will double check. WCW's next pay-per-view. Week 3 is Super Brawl. And then I want to see ECW's next one. Saturday. I think we're going to simulate to CyberSlam. So we're going to go week 3 of February. We'll go Sunday, week 3, February. See you guys then. All right. Hello, stream folks. Frank's losing his mind over here. So Owen makes his debut and then loses DQ on pay-per-view, but he starts off with a U.S. title match. Okay. I'm all for that. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. We can live with that. I'm definitely open to suggestions on anybody else we should be shortlisting. I'm thinking about throwing Austin, Michaels. We already have Brett and Owen on our short list. The short list, once again, is it'll send us emails if they do anything of major importance, like winning titles, their contracts come up, stuff like that. You know, hey, Supermarket. I'm thinking about adding Austin, Michaels. I'm thinking about like Taz, RVD. We might throw like the 4 pillars in there, just so that way I don't want to really focus on the 2 big North American companies as it is. I'm kind of curious just to see like what subtle changes the game is going to make with Owen not being there. I'm assuming we don't get the over the edge incident in WCW. Hope to God. I didn't check the database actually to see if that was in there. So yeah, I think once we come back on here, I'm gonna just shortlist a few more people. Hey, look, it's Mo. OSW shout out. Bruce Pritchard. All right. Where are we at? Oh, thank God. This database goes a lot faster. Hey, Gene Mean. I love Mean Gene. There's never going to be anybody who like as good of a backstage president as like interview person. There'll never be anyone like Mean Gene. Never, ever, 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 ever. It'll never happen. Jumbo Saruda. I should. Jumbo Saruda has hepatitis. Okay. Billy Real. Trained by Dory Funk Jr. I watched a match today. It was the Funks versus Stan Hansen and Terry Gordy. That shit ruled. Oh, okay, Okamura. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's. Oh my God, I thought that was Danzig for a second. There's no way Jesus is around yet. Maybe. Now that I think about it, because what? Jesus was what? 2003. Something like that. I think CZW. Megumi Kudo. I saw Death by Lariat has a 6 shirt of hers to, like, just came out. Oh, Dream. What's up, Dusty baby? Oh yeah. I'm gonna check ratings for. Oh shit! I just realized No Way Out already happened, so I'll have to check that too. Shit! I completely just realized that I skipped right over No Way Out. Oh fuck! Oops. Yeah. Okay, we'll check that out. We're almost done with the sim anyways. Konfuyuki. Oh god, I fucked my shoulder up today. It hurts like hell. Saturday. Hard. Rolling Hard. That's a fucking great name. What's your name? Rolling Hard. What are you, just hard or something? Yeah. What do you do? I roll. Okay. All right. So, Doug Gubesh. I will always throw out weird. Okay, ECW CyberSlam 1998 was held in the Dillon Gymnasium in New Jersey. Drew 1,200 fans. That is so much. That's 4 times better than the Guilty as Charged did. We'll check this report out. Pre-show, JT Smith defeats Madman Pondo, and then Spike Dudley and Brackus defeat Baldo and Glenn Osborne. Show opens with Taz attacking Tommy Dreamer from the crowd. Jeff Hardy defeats Max Payne, so at least Jeff has signed with ECW. Paul Heyman cuts a promo. Jack Victory beats Darren Drozdov. Sabu and RVD cut different backstage promos. Jerry Lynn defeats Blue Meanie in a ladder match. Bam Bam Bigelow and Mikey Whipwreck have an interview together. FBI defeated the Hardcore Chair Swinging Freaks to retain the tag team titles. Horace Hogan, Taz, and Just Incredible defeat Big Dick Dudley and the Gangstonators. Bam Bam and Mikey Whipwreck defeat Doug Furness and Phil LaFawn and the Dudley Boys in a tables match. So, well, that's what? The Dudleys are 0-2 in table matches in this? Chetty, wow, Chris Chetty pulls off the upset, beats Sabu. In the main event, RVD defeats Tommy Dreamer to retain the ECW heavyweight title. So, at some point, probably on TV, RVD becomes the TV or the world champion. Okay, hey, something that didn't happen in real life. I also realized that I have fucked up. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that part in. I skipped right over WWF No Way Out. I fucked that up. Wow, the show got a 92? Whoa, okay. We got a 99 main event. Let's see what we have. Pre-show starts with the Truth Commission defeating the Rock and Roll Express. So they got Ricky. Tiger Ollie Singh defeats Jeff Bearden. Max Moon defeats Super Kahlo. The Renegade beats Taka Michinoku. And the main event of the pre-show, Greg Valentine defeats Bart Gunn. The show starts with Meat beating Duke Drosy. Then we get Lawler and Hawk cutting two different backstage segments. Akeem defeats Bob Holly. We get a hype video for Brian Christopher and Flash Funk. And then Christopher beats Flash Funk via DQ in a match that had been for the WWF Light Heavyweight title. Farouk cuts a backstage segment. Viscera beats Pat Tanaka. Pat Tanaka's still in the... Okay. Shamrock cuts a backstage segment. Steve Blackman and the Headbangers beat Mark Merrow, and the Natural Disasters are back. Hell yeah. Kama Mustafa... So wait, that means... No, never mind. Kama Mustafa defeats the Honky Tonk Man. Vince cuts an interview. Nice. And then Vader does as well. Jeff Jarrett defeats D'Lo Brown. Nice. Vader beats Chains. Austin has a backstage segment. And then a video hyping Triple H versus Kamala. Okay. And then Triple H beats Kamala to retain the European title. Video hype New Age Outlaws versus the Omega Men. We'll have to figure out who that is, because New Age Outlaws beat them to retain the tag belts. Steve Austin beats Mankind. Then we get a video hyping Michaels versus The Undertaker. And then in the main event, in a 99 rated match, Shawn Michaels defeats The Undertaker to retain the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. So Michaels is going to WrestleMania, probably, as the WWF champion. We'll check their current champions. Triple H is still Euro champion. Rock is still Intercontinental champion. King of the Ring will be decided in June. Brian Christopher won the light heavyweight title. Shawn Michaels is the WWF World Champion. Excuse me again. And then the New Age Outlaws are still tag team champions. I need to figure out who is that team. View profile teams. The Omega Men. Goldust and Hercules Hernandez. Nice. Okay. So when did WWF and ECW? They've ended their agreement. Oh shit. Okay. And then we had all those people leaving. Titles for ECW currently. RVD is the current world champion. Smothers and Little Guido are still tag champs, and Taz still holds the TV title. We will check the WCW. Whoops, wrong button. Oh, we have mail. Oh no, the owner of the BWF died, so I can take over that promotion. Not going to. Let's see what's going on in All Japan. All active events. Okay. All right. Check All Japan champions. Number one. Oh, this was a game created belt. All Asia tag champs are Wolf Hawkfield and Johnny Smith. Junior heavyweight champion is vacant. Misawa still holds the Triple Crown title and has held it for over a year. Unified tag champs are still Kobashi and Johnny Ace. Excuse me. We'll check the New Japan champions while we're here. IWGP champion is still Kensuke Sasaki. Otani still holds the junior title. Muto and Chono still hold the heavyweight tag belts. And Takaiwa and Great Sasuke have won the junior heavyweight tag belts. Got it. Okay, got a little bit of Michinoku Pro in there. So we wait for WCW Super Brawl. Apparently New Japan ran a show tonight as well. Shoulder. Fucked up my shoulder. Really kind of hurts. All right. Oh, wow. It opens with WCW. No, apparently that is not the case, as New Japan and WCW. All right. Are going to steal talent from each other now, I guess. Super Bowl report. They drew 50,000 again. They ran the same stadium, Charlottesville Stadium. Sting apparently was the show, or was the MVP. New Japan drew 36,000 in Tohoku. Kensuke Sasaki was the MVP for them, apparently. We'll check the New Japan show first. Brief rundown. Chono and Muto defeat Don Frye and Fujinami to get a 92. The Coming Storm, Shinya Hashimoto and Yuji Nagata defeat Kuniaki Kobayashi and Hiroshi Hase in an 88. Main event, Sasaki defeats Tenzan to retain the IWGP Heavyweight title. There will be another belt on the line on this show. Otani beats Kendo Kashin to retain the Junior Heavyweight title. Jushin Liger beats NWO Sting by DQ. All right. WCW Super Brawl. Whoa, there a lot happened on this show. Pre-show sees Mortis defeat Lanny Poffo. The Blue Bloods defeat the Public Enemy. Disco Inferno beats Jerry Flynn. Hugh Morris defeats Fit Finlay in the main event of the pre-show. Booty Man defeats Alex Wright by DQ. Show opens. Kevin Nash and Sting confront each other backstage, not to be pulled apart. Savage called Hogan out, but ended up on the wrong side of a beating. And then, first match of the night, Raven's Flock, which is Raven, Kidman, and Van Hammer defeat Goldberg and the Legion of Death. That's a copyright. By the way, this got a 1.17. 469,000 people bought this show. Davey Boy Smith and Ted DiBiase have two different segments. And then Davey Boy beats John Norton in a tables match. Brett has an interview, as does Eric Bischoff. Then Eddie Guerrero defeats Benoit to retain the Cruiserweight title. Video hype, Saturn versus Owen Hart versus Scott Norton. Saturn then beats Hart and Norton to retain the TV title. Kevin Nash beats Ray Traylor by disqualification. Bret Hart beats Marty Jannetty. Steiner Brothers and Harlem Heat have a hype video. Then Warrior and Piper have different segments. Steiner Brothers defeat Harlem Heat in a Hell in a Cell to retain the WCW Tag Team titles. Arn Anderson has a backstage segment. That leads to Sting and DDP defeating the Faces of Fear. Lex Luger defeats Roddy Piper. In the highest rated segment of the night, Scott Hall beats the Giant. Kurt Hennig defeats Ric Flair by DQ for the U.S. title. And in the main event, Hulk Hogan defeats Randy Savage to retain the World Heavyweight title. Show got a rating of an 86. Compared to, I think WCW or WWF's, I think No Way Out got a 92. Yeah, 92. With, I think only 400. Wow. I want to say in reality, WWF never got over 1 million buys until Mania X7. So the fact that they did that here, they just took over. And then the main event was their highest rated segment at a 99. So it sounds like WWF is booking traditionally better than WWF does. We'll check some news here real quick. Then we'll probably just send to Mania, honestly. We'll go by company. You can do that. So what we have here, we'll go WCW, February 98. Saturday night. Jerry Flynn was hired. Oh, WCW got Sabu as well. Black Bart. Max Payne comes back. And Bushwhacker Luke. All right. Now we'll check the WWF. Nothing crazy. Just want to check 4.5. How did the last Nitro go? Shit. How did the last Nitro do? They're up against a 4.5 for WWF? Oh yeah, they're still smoking him in the T ratings. Okay, got it. All right. Let's see what the last Nitro and Raw February give us. Then I think we'll just sim to Mania. All right. Oh no! Wow. So that is huge. So Stone Cold Steve Austin damaged his ankle ligament on the road to WrestleMania, and he's out for 6 months. Woof. And I know he's been getting serious main event time at this point. Right around the same time, Raw draws more people in. Let's check this out. Oh, shit. The Rock defeated Shamrock, Jarrett, and Hercules to retain the Intercontinental title, and then the light heavyweight title. That sucks, though. Austin's out for at least 6 months. We'll check Nitro. What is Raw's rating? 4.7. Nitro gets an 8.5. Best segment on the show is Randy Savage defeating Chris Jericho, and the main event, Sting beating Badwell. But the big... Okay, Eddie Guerrero retained the Cruiserweight title. Owen Hart makes his Nitro debut, at least that we've seen, and defeats Lodi. But the big news now heading into Mania is Austin's out for 6 months. So that would put him back around SummerSlam. But, of course, Mania 98, well, the Royal Rumble didn't happen. But Mania 98 is Mania 14. Austin wins the title for the first time. So that's already a pretty big change between the sim and what happened in real life. That sucks for Austin. No Mania for Austin this year. All right. So weird. Oh, shit. Too far. We will go to Monday. Monday, week 1 of April. We'll see you guys then. Hey, look, it's Great Sasuke. That fucking blows. Austin's out for 6 months. Damn. I'm really curious now to see like how this changes everything. Because, yeah, Mania 98 is when Austin wins the title. That's when you get Stone Cold, Stone Cold, Stone Cold. That doesn't happen now. That fucking sucks. Oh, no. Oh, that's fucking terrible. Oh, shit. We still got a month or so to go. So I think I am actually going to throw up my BRB screen for a second and go grab something to drink. I'm getting kind of thirsty. We've been in this for an hour now. I'm gonna go grab something to drink real quick, guys. I'll throw up my BRB screen and mute this. Back in a second. Burp screen. Alright, hello, I'm back. Oh fuck, we're already almost... Oh, we're only about a week out from Mania. Cool. Oh. The little dog's over there playing. Hey, sweet Sammy. Got my water bottle. Thought I had more water in it than this. Shit. That's just incredible. Oh, you might hear occasional squeaking for a second because my dog is currently playing with her toy. And she likes her squeaky toys. So that's what she has. Alright. I am still kind of bummed about Austin getting hurt. Like, that's a big deal at this time. Well, in reality, that would be a huge deal. That'd be, oh, hey, our main event Mania plans are gone. Yeah, you're silly. The Equalizer was in Portland when they moved to WCW where he had moderate success. Okay. Ace Steel, I believe, ends up ends up training CM Punk. I want to say this save file, this mod, has modern, I believe it goes up pretty close to, if not to, modern day. Oh shit, now that makes me wonder, what is the end point of this save then? End point of this save. Hey, Fallen Daniel, the Fallen Daniels, Christopher Angel. Hey, we're at Mania. I'll just answer this on the YouTube show then. What is the end point of this? Owen leaving? Or Owen retiring? Because the whole point of the... Oh, fuck me. I skipped past it. Alright. HBK hangs up the boots. Oh, this is when he lost his smile. Okay. Oh, shit. Manami Toyota got hurt, too. Oh, it's not bad, though. Okay, so HBK, Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels made the shocking announcement of his retirement today. Years of WWE scheduled his party boy lifestyle and toll. In-ring work has taken his body and are said to be the reason he's walking around the sport of the main star. But dirt sheets are reporting his backstage heat following the screw job has also played a part. If I choose to replicate this event, go to the editor and change Shawn Michaels' favored role wrestler to retire wrestler and alter his contract to reflect the same. Let's actually go ahead and do that. But now we need to find out. When does he... Oh, he comes back in like 2003. So Michaels is done. We will do this. Oh, shit. It's not a wrestler anymore. Bless you. Are you alright, honey? Slow down then, kiddo. I don't know if we can actually do that right now. Shit, I don't know if we can do that. I think this mod has just got ported over from 2016. I don't know if we can do that. Generate sexuality. We can check his contract. So, for the interest of kind of keeping some things the same, or do we want Shawn to stay? I guess chat's not really active right now. I don't want to end the video here. But now the big question comes, does Shawn Michaels retire here? Let's put him... Fuck. I don't know. Well, we couldn't really alter it to do so. Oh, I don't want to do that. We can't alter this. So we can't... Okay. I think for now we're going to leave Sean in. Owen Hart now relocated to the... Okay, I don't care about that. But Owen Hart has... Oh, yeah, we were going to add more workers to our short list. I'm going to do Steve Austin. I'm going to shortlist him. Okay. Shortlist you. Or, let's do this. Search. Bob, eat butt. We'll go minimum popularity 75. We'll go 80 in the US. All right. Okay, let's turn that down just a smidge. We'll go 70. That's fair. Okay, we will shortlist all of these people. Yes. So that's Bret Hart, Kurt Hennig, Dennis Rodman. Okay, DDP, Kane, Hogan, Shamrock, Nash, Luger, Foley, Tyson, Owen, Giant, Savage, Flair, Piper, Hall, Michael, Sid, Austin. I think this is a fair short list. So if we get anything new happening with any of these people, we'll get an email on it. But of course, Owen is still the star. Bob now wants in the room after he ran out. Jesus Christ, Bob. You're ruining it. Hello, Bob. All right. So, our short list. This is it. So HBK, we can't. Unless we go to the main editor. I think we might be able to play with the main overall editor and import it in. But, I don't know. We'll see. Fuck it. All right. We simulated here for one very specific reason. WrestleMania 14. I did not read any other news. Hello, Bob. Bob is going to help me read this. All right. After he steps on the keyboard. Pre-show starts with the Renegade defeating Jeff Bearden. I'm petting my cat. Akeem defeated Wrecking Crew Rage by DQ. Max Moon defeats Pat Tanaka. The New Blackjacks defeat DOA. And in the pre-show main event, Meat defeats Bob Holly. The Mania starts with Hopkins. An interview segment where Mankind mocked Kane, and then Undertaker mocks Shawn Michaels. Oh shit! Hey, look at that. First match of the night starts with Flash Funk defeating Brian Christopher to win the light heavyweight title. Jerry Lawler and Ahmed Johnson have backstage segments. Chains the Headbangers then defeat Greg Valentine and Los Boricuas. Farouk defeats Duke Drosy, and then Vader has a backstage segment. Kama Mustafa defeats Brian Knobbs and Kamala. Hawk cuts a promo backstage. Ahmed Johnson and D'Lo Brown defeat Mark Marrow and Viscera. Vader then defeats Bart Gunn. Triple H versus the Honky Tonk Man. Then lead video hype package that. And then Honky Tonk Man loses Triple H as he retains the European title. A video hype the New Age Outlaws versus the Omega Men. And then the Omega Men defeat the Outlaws for the tag belts. Vince McMahon cuts a backstage segment before we get a hype package of The Rock, Ken Shamrock, and Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett defeats The Rock and Ken Shamrock to win the Intercontinental title. Kane defeats Mankind in a 97, and in the main event of WrestleMania 14, Shawn Michaels defeats The Undertaker and Jerry Lawler at a 99 to retain the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Gets a total overall buy of $1.5 million, which now I'm curious. I'm actually curious what the real buy rate for this was. Bob, fuck off. I'm sorry, Bob. I just don't want you stepping on shit. WrestleMania 14 buy rate. The real WrestleMania buy rate. WrestleMania buy rates. All of them. WrestleMania 4. Fuck off. Please go away. Didn't even have to say anything. Suck my butt. WrestleMania 14's actual buy rate was 730,000, which is a humongous. Wow. Okay. So Mania 13 was the lowest, was 237,000. And then 1 year later, they jump in real life to 730,000. That is insane. Yeah, business is getting hot. Austin Dries and Mike Tyson fucking out insanely. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we know that. So yeah, and they held WrestleMania 14 at Yankee Stadium, getting a 55,000 sellout. Reality was it was in, I want to say it was Boston. I don't think it was TD Garden. I don't think it was Boston Garden either. But I believe it was in Boston in whatever arena they use for everything else. Shit, I think I'm actually going to stop it here. We've hit Mania. We'll double check WCW's March pay-per-view, which was Uncensored, which has that one. That show got an 84. Okay, going to the bottom here. Pre-show. Bobby Eaton beats Brad Armstrong. Then you get a piss-poor match of Jerry Flynn versus Bushwhacker Luke. John Nord defeats Prince Iaukea. Disco Inferno and Marty Jannetty defeat Black Bart and Psychosis. The Blue Bloods defeat Glacier and Ernest Miller. And then the pre-show main event is Booty Man beating Scotty Riggs. Excuse me. Mongo defeats Barry Darso to open the show. Woof. Then we get 4 segments in a row of Davey Boy, Raven, Sid, and Scott Hall. Then we finally get another match of Chavo versus Chavo defeating Hammer, which I believe is Van Hammer, which of the Flock. Alex Wright beats Hugh Morris, and then 2 more segments of Ric Flair and Ted DiBiase. Conan then defeats Rick Martel. Wow, Rick Martel in a cage match. DDP and then Bret Hart each have interview segments separately. Hoovy defeats Ray Traylor and Dean Malenko. The Faces of Fear defeat Team Slaughter in a tables match. We'll have to figure out who that is. Warrior has a backstage segment. Raven's Flock of Saturn, Raven, and Kidman defeat Chris Benoit and Harlem Heat. That match sounds like that would rule. Bischoff has a backstage segment. DDP beats Buff Bagwell. The highest rated match of the night is Sting beating Mortis by DQ. Oh no. And for the 3rd straight pay-per-view, they ran it in the Charlottesville Stadium, but they keep selling it out. Booker T gets a backstage segment. Bret Hart defeats Lex Luger, Giant, and Roddy Piper. Kurt Hennig versus Owen Hart gets a video package, with Kurt beating Owen to retain the U.S. title. And in the main event, Hollywood Hogan beats Kevin Nash to retain the WCW Heavyweight Championship. Yeah. Mania beat the shit out of Uncensored. And I think it showed Uncensored only had 400,000 buys. I think it was 400,000. 432,000 compared to 1.5 million. That is insane. So more people are watching Nitro than Raw, but WWF is slaughtering WCW when it comes to pay-per-view buys. So let's check what happened in ECW real quick before we head off. March pay-per-view happened yesterday, or 2 days ago technically. Living Dangerously 98 show starts with Glenn Osborne defeating Brachus. Horace Hogan beats JT Smith. And JT Smith defeats Jeff Hardy and Madman Pondo. Show opens with Dreamer getting the upper hand in a backstage brawl with Taz. Draws defeats Devin Storm. Heyman and Francine have backstage segments. Hack Myers beats Chris Chetty. Didn't Chris Chetty just pick up a huge win against, I think it was Sabu? Bam Bam has a promo. Bobby Knight beats Rick Blade. Wow. Big Dick and the Gangstonators defeat Jason Knight, Jack Victory, and Baldo. RVD cuts a promo. Then we get a couple title matches. FBI retains against the Hardcore Chair Swinging Freaks. All right. Tommy Dreamer and Mikey Whipwreck defeat Doug Furnace and Phil LaFawn. That's a Power and Glory, is it? I don't know. No. Bam Bam beats Blue Meanie in an I Quit match, which is the highest rated segment of the night. Taz beats Spike Dudley, Just Incredible, and Tommy Rich to retain the ECW television title. RVD is not on this show. Where is RVD? Recent news headlines. We will narrow it down to March of 98 for ECW. Max Payne leaves, Sabu leaves, and then we just got some TV tapings. Oh, ECW's already heavy in the red. Oh, no. We'll check the news for WCW real quick. News. I think it should... Yep, March 98. Mike Enos, hired by WCW, but other than that, standard stuff. We'll check the last Nitro before Mania. Nothing special. 6.5. They got an 8.6 TV rating, though. Holy fuck. Highest rated segment is Luger defeating Jericho in the main. Brett defeats Lenny Lane. Jesus Lord. Davey beats Bagwell and Hoovy in a tables match. Warrior and Heat defeat Ravens Flock. WCW seems to be more consistent in terms of ratings compared to WWF. Is like, you have a heavy, like, your main event scene is pulling like 4 or 5 star classics, but the undercard's not delivering as well. While they seem a little more consistent. And then Warrior and Heat defeat Ravens Flock. Okay. We'll check WWF's news for May. We'll check the Go Home Raw before Mania. Shit, wrong button. View results. They got a 4.62. Yeah, they're still getting doubled in TV views by WCW, but they're getting by far the better pay-per-view ratings, and it's not even close. Main event of the Go Home for Mania is Kane beating D'Lo Brown. There are like no stars. Like Mankind beats Akeem. For a Go Home before Mania Raw, this one is terrible. It's more of, okay, so Taker did an interview where he talked about Shawn Michaels. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stop it here. Wrong button again. I'm going to stop it here. We've hit Mania. First 3 months of 1998 are done. What big question coming out of this is, do we have Shawn retire like he did in real life? If so, that puts the WWF title up for grabs. Big news. Austin is hurt. He's out till probably SummerSlam. Owen is kind of riding the mid-card in WCW at the moment. But he's getting pretty high-profile matches. Like him and Kurt feels like that's a feud that could actually build to something later on. Ratings-wise, WCW is dominating TV ratings, but they are not even close to WWF's pay-per-view buys. So yeah, I think we're going to call it there for now. Big question if you guys want to leave that in the comments after I get this all edited and everything. Do we see if we can get Shawn to hang up his boots? Where do we take the WWF from here if Shawn does hang up his boots? Like, what really happened? Does Shawn Michaels lose his smile? That's up to you guys. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, hanging out with me. This is definitely something I'm going to keep working on. I can't wait till next time. I'll see you guys then. See you later.